Merry Christmas everyone, and here are 5 easy to do eggless cake recipes. Welcome to Everyday Cooking. Today we'll do an eggless vanilla cake by using a very simple method. First, the dry ingredients: all-purpose flour 1.5 cups, powdered sugar 1/2 cup, baking powder 1 teaspoon, baking soda 1/2 teaspoon. These are the dry ingredients. Mix this well. Sieve the dry ingredients once so that all the ingredients get mixed properly. The dry ingredients are ready now. Set aside. Take a mixie jar, add 1/2 cup of melted butter, 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence, and 3/4 cup of condensed milk. Beat this for about 30 to 40 seconds. Now add 1 cup of milk. Now we'll beat this for about 1 minute. Now it's time to add the dry ingredients. Add this little by little and give a nice beat. You don't need any type of hand mixers to do this cake. Still, the cake will be very spongy. The batter is ready now. Grease a cake tin and transfer the batter into the tin. Now place the cake tin inside the pressure cooker. Don't need to use any salt or any sand. Don't use weight, that is very important. Cook for about 5 minutes in high flame and then for about 45 to 50 minutes in low flame. Now this is ready. Let the cake completely cools down. Now loosen the sides and take this out. You can top it with some powdered sugar and even any cake decoratives. This cake tastes so good and will be very spongy too. And this is the simplest method to do an eggless vanilla cake without an oven. Your cake is ready now. We'll join you in another interesting recipe. Don't forget to subscribe our channel. Next is the custard powder cake. For this, take 1.5 cup of all-purpose flour. We are going to sieve it. So sieve well and just set aside. Now take 2 tablespoons of custard powder and 3 to 4 tablespoons of milk. Just mix this together. No lump should be formed. Mix this and set aside. This is ready now. Now we will take 1 cup of curd and we will beat it nicely. You can beat it with a normal hand mixer or an electric hand mixer. Both will do very well. We'll now transfer this to another big bowl. To this, add 1 cup of powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking powder and half a teaspoon of baking soda. Mix this very well and just set aside for 10 minutes. If you keep it undisturbed for 10 minutes, you can see that the mixture will be frothy. This is after 10 minutes. See, you can see lot of bubbles. To this, add half a cup of refined oil. You can use butter too. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Give a quick mix. Mix this well and add the custard mixture. To this, add a handful of tutti frutti. Now we'll start adding the flour little by little. So we'll add this little by little and mix it very nicely. Mix this thoroughly and we are going to give a nice beat after this. If you are using an electric hand beater, just go around for 2 minutes, and if you are using a hand beater, you have to mix this around 10 minutes. Now we will grease the cake tin. Just spread the oil around. This is ready now. We'll transfer the cake batter. We are going to bake this in a convection oven. Now in goes our cake tin. Bake at 170 degrees, 40 to 45 minutes. Top it with more tutti frutti. The cake is ready now. If you want, if you like it, just top it with some more icing sugar. This cake will be very soft and will also be very tasty. Next is the zebra cake. For this, take 1 cup of curd. Beat this well. You can use either an electric hand mixer or a non-electric hand mixer. To this, add 1 teaspoon of baking powder and half a teaspoon of baking soda. Now mix this well. Give a nice beat. if you are using a non-electric hand mixer, take enough time to beat this and let this rest for 10 minutes. This is after 10 minutes. You can see that the mixture is frothy. To this, add 1 cup of powdered sugar. Beat the sugar along with the curd and add 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence to this. To this beaten mixture, add half a cup of oil. This is your last wet ingredient. Wet mix is over. Now take 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, that is maida. Now sieve this once. Add the flour little by little to the wet mix and mix this properly. You are going to mix this lightly, that is, you are going to fold it and mix, and don't mix this vigorously. Mix this properly, folding in one direction till the flour is completely mixed with the wet mix. This is properly mixed and it is ready now. We'll transfer half of the content into another bowl. To this, add 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. We'll add this in portions. First add 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder. Mix this well. Mix this well and add another tablespoon. After adding cocoa powder, the batter becomes somewhat thick, so add 2 tablespoons of milk to this and mix this well. The mix is ready now. It's time to grease the cake tin. Now pour a small quantity of vanilla mix. On this, pour a small quantity of chocolate mix. We are going to repeat the procedure until both the mixes are going to get over. This we are going to bake in an oven, but we'll give you tips on how to bake in a pressure cooker, and we do have a video on how to bake the cake in a pressure cooker. If you want, we'll give the link in the description. You can follow that. Use an aluminium vessel or a proper cake tin to bake in a pressure cooker. You can simply place the cake tin inside the pressure cooker and you can bake. If you want to use salt or a sand, you can do that also. But we always use to keep it inside the pressure cooker and simply bake it. The designing part is over. Now you can place this inside the pressure cooker. The only thing you have to notice, you should not use the whistle. Close this and start with high flame for 5 minutes and reduce it to low flame and cook for about 40 to 45 minutes. Next option is the oven. Preheat this for 10 minutes at 180 degrees C. Now place the cake tin inside the oven. Set the temperature to 180 degree again. And the time 30 minutes. You can even extend the timing if the cake is not baked properly. And this is over. Your cake is ready now. This cake looks so beautiful and tastes so good. Thank you for watching this video. If you do like all our videos, please like, share and comment, and please don't forget to subscribe our channel. Next is fruits and nuts cake. Take about 3/4 cups of sugar. To this add 1 cup of buttermilk and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Mix this well and let this sit for about 10 minutes for the baking soda to react. This is after 10 minutes. Add about half cup of melted butter to this and mix it well. After mixing this properly, we'll move on to the dry ingredients. This is 1.5 cup of all-purpose flour, to this add 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder and half a teaspoon of cinnamon powder. Sieve this once. Our dry ingredients are ready. Now we'll mix this into our wet ingredient. Add the flour little by little and just fold and mix properly. This is properly mixed. Now to this we'll add 1/4 cup of chopped dates, 1/4 cup of tutti frutti. You can add any kind of dry fruits and dry nuts. To this we are going to add the nuts and the raisins, that is cashews, almonds and pistas. The batter is ready now. We'll grease the cake tin with oil. If you want, you can use the parchment paper also. Now transfer the cake batter into the tin. Tap this well to make the batter even. This is ready. Preheat your oven for 10 minutes at 180 degrees C and bake this for about 40 to 45 minutes at the same temperature. Our cake is ready now. Check whether the cake is baked properly. If not, you can very well extend the time for about 5 to 10 minutes. This is ready now. Let this cool down completely. After it gets cooled down, you can turn this. Our eggless fruit and nuts cake is ready. If you do like our videos, please share, comment and like our videos and subscribe our channel for more videos. Next and the final one is steamed sponge cake. For this you need half a cup of all-purpose flour, 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder, a pinch of baking soda and 1 tablespoon of custard powder. Now give a nice mix to this. After mixing this well, add 1 tablespoon of oil or butter, 2 tablespoons of milk and 4 to 5 tablespoons of sugar. Give a nice mix to this. Now add 5 tablespoons of curd. Add little by little and give a nice mix. This is mixed well. Now add half a teaspoon of vanilla essence to this. Give a nice mix. You will get a nice thick batter. The batter is ready now. We'll grease a bowl. Just add some oil and spread it around. We are going to steam the cake, so you don't need to go for an oven-proofed bowl. You can use a regular bowl itself. Now in goes our cake batter. Tap this and spread evenly. Now place a small bowl in a pressure cooker. This is to give height. Now add around 2 to 3 cups of water. Now place the prepared cake bowl. Without whistle, just cook this for 30 to 35 minutes. And now this is ready. Let this cool completely. Loose it with a knife and flip the cake. This is a very simple cake and very easy to do also, but this will be very spongy and fluffy. Look how spongy it is.